The Storm softball team traveled to Decorah last week and played well in a doubleheader loss to nationally ranked Luther. The Storm will try to rebound this week with a doubleheader at Nebraska Wesleyan before hosting Wartburg on Senior Day. We're joined now by head coach Brent Mathias. Coach, let's get right into it. Just 2 games last week, a couple of tough ones at Luther, one of the teams that's as hot as anybody in the country right now. But your team played well. I think you hung with them, just weren't able to get the W's that you were looking for.
And of course, we go up to win ball games, any game. But yeah, when you look at the big picture, we did some things very well. The first game, we out-hit them. So that was a positive, hitting off an All-American pitcher. Thought we had a good plan. Second game, we actually had the lead. It comes down to coaching to hold on to that lead. But we're there, and we keep telling the players we're there. But the Luther Ball Club, that's a tough ball club. At that point in time, I think they had won 12 in a row. And they're going to be right there at the end of the season. So it was good to see where we're at. And no offense to our players or anything, but we all think we can play better. We can move it up just another level. And so that's the exciting part, is that we think we can still play better than what we have been.
When you talk about the offense playing pretty well last week, one of the catalysts on the offensive side, Ashley Allen, your senior catcher who had a great year last year, kind of started out a little slow this year, but is she kind of starting to figure things out now in the stretch run?
Absolutely. I think she tied the school record last year for doubles, and I think, coming into the senior year, that was the thing. And, maybe that's a little pressing, a little hard to do, but now she's kind of relaxed. She knows the tail end of the season's coming in, and she's just going up there with a different mindset. And you can really see it, not only in her swing, but in the results of her swings.
And I know the season's moving fast. So you got another big week this week with 4 conference games, going to Nebraska Wesleyan for a midweek contest, and then hosting Wartburg on what is already Senior Day. What's the outlook for the upcoming week?
Yes, Nebraska Wesleyan, they're in second place currently, a very tough ball club. They split with Coe earlier in the year. They just split with Central this past weekend. So they've got very good pitching. They've got good hitting as well. So it hopefully, a dogfight, but hopefully we can come out on top there. And then Wartburg's playing great softball. In fact, they just gave Luther their first conference loss this past weekend. They've got a bunch of young players that are making a big impact. So both of those games, Nebraska Wesleyan and Wartburg, will be very important for us. And for us to have a chance in either of those games, we have to play our best softball.
You had a weekend off last weekend. The season's a grind, kind of rare to get that weekend off. What's the off weekend look like for Storm softball?
Yeah, we let everybody just get away from softball for 2 days. Saturday and Sunday, just go enjoy, do whatever you need to do, but we don't want you around the game. Hopefully then when you come back this week, you're fresh. We think it came at a great time because we're right at the midway point of the conference season. So take a deep breath, catch up on homework, catch up on maybe family and friends, and now, as you said, kind of back to the grind as we finish the conference season up.
Let's get them locked back in for this week.
Amen, brother.
Thanks, Coach.